Hello and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Hope you're well, readers. Doing a lot of thinking recently because we're getting closer and closer to the end of the Age of Worms. I'm reading ahead a lot, trying to work out how all the different strands pull together, how everything fits into place, all very interesting. And thinking about what's next. Who's played Dragonbane? Anybody? Hawk Viking Graham was kind enough to give me the Dragonbane box for my birthday. He must have looted it on one of his many raids. Looking through it, looks like great fun, a kind of old school D&D feel. Any readers, if you played it, email in at hello@billowinghilltop.com, tell me what you think. Or contact us through our socials at Billowing Hilltop on Blue Sky, on Threads, on Instagram, or you can find us on Facebook. Right, that's enough of me. Let's push on with episode 229 of the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Gib mir dein Herz. Fucking hell, look at that. Where?
They're army painter, most of them.
Nice.
And then they're Vallejo.
Hello, readers. We're looking at pictures of Graham's painting station.
Did you sort of like buy a deluxe box set of every colour combination?
Graham's built a new paint point.
Awesome.
What's the thing on the left? Is that a glue gun?
Yeah.
This is a great radio, isn't it?
Mm.
And that's a real apple. That's not an apple that you've painted.
It's a pear.
It's a pear. Okay.
And what's the thing behind the laptop that looks like a toaster?
It's a water
It's a water
station.
A water station?
It's like station. A pop, and it's got holders for the. It's better. Let me show you the bit that's missing.
Oh yeah. Show us some more pictures. Readers, I will post these pictures on social media. Good evening, everybody. We're all here. Well,
I'm not.
Dan isn't. He's too leonine. And we're looking at pictures of
Can you
Graham's
be too
new
leonine?
area. I think you can. Okay. And we're just looking at pictures that Graham has posted
out
on
the way.
Thing. And
in order
what's
to put
that?
the laptop in.
Oh, I see. That's that thing.
I
see.
You have in front.
This is National Radio Awards. Graham, what's all this other stuff? This is
nice.
like... God.
So you hang the brushes in there and they dip in the water and then suspend them upside down so that they don't bend.
You've got an apron. Yes.
Very
and
good.
then the black thing is a wet palette, since you're bound to ask in a minute.
Right.
I want to know what that is. Are we still on painting?
Lovely.
We should probably play some D&D at some point.
Really?
I don't think we've got any emails. Have we got any emails in your bag, Paul? Your engorged sack?
Yes, we got one with Didn't we have one with a link?
We do have an email. You are right. We have an email with a link. If somebody would don the blue gloves and extract it from
Not me.
slurping interior. Yeah, it can be. I'll do it.
I think Lucas has done it for a bit.
Give it here. Yeah, well, Lucas has got too many limbs. It's only relevant because it's about hiccups. Reader Colin has emailed in. Hello, Colin. Just catching up on the podcast. Your discussion on hiccup cures. Here's one that's not for radio, he says. I thought, yeah, what is it? And it is, in fact, termination of intractable hiccups with digital rectal massage. Let's just be thankful, Johnny, that at the important juncture a couple of weeks ago that I hadn't read
Otherwise known as sticking a finger up the bum.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Lucas. Yeah, thanks for
Lucas.
clarifying, because I wasn't sure what that meant, actually.
Or a cucumber.
Now that it makes sense.
Cucumber, Johnny.
Why not?
Your hiccups weren't that bad. A 60-year-old man with acute pancreatitis developed persistent hiccups after insertion of a nasogastric tube. Blah, blah, blah. Removal of the latter did not terminate the hiccups, which had been treated with different drugs. Several maneuvers were attempted, beggars belief, with no success. Digital rectal massage, basically finger bum, was then performed, resulting in abrupt cessation of the hiccups. There you go.
Jolly good.
Hitherto has been all about holding your breath and counting down from 30, but no longer. All you need is a little bit of privacy.
And a cucumber.
Yeah.
D&D?
Yeah. That's enough about cucumbers.
What? Really?
Burps is in a bit of trouble.
Right, well, Happy New Year, firstly, now that it's
Burps is in a lot of trouble.
Monday the 6th of January.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I remember.
Burps is in a lot of trouble. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dan, that might continue steamrolling over Paul's.
Yeah, let's not talk about. I don't think we should talk about D&D anymore. Let's just shoot the shit and
let's just talk about Paul's obsession with.
It's been a few weeks
dates
since we played because we've had the Christmas New Year break.
It's not been a moment since our last game, has it?
It's been about,
we can all remember where we were.
Easter, everybody ready for Easter?
Yeah, well, cream eggs are in the shops.
Bloody hell, aren't they just?
I think they are generally all year round.
Jesus. Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were like a thing.
No.
I mustn't have any more chocolate. I'm about 85% cocoa solids at the moment.
I'm significantly panettonied.
Oh, we've got a whole new one that's materialised.
Materialised?
Yeah, as in the kitchen, suddenly there's a whole unopened panettone.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, Christ.
Fried in butter.
Lovely.
Healthy.
What's the other one? The one without the things, without the
Pandolce.
Joe Dolce.
Pandoro. Delicious.
We really aren't talking about D&D.
D&D.
I know what's happening here. Dan is
prevaricating,
trying to distract us.
Can you give us a recap? Why is he in trouble again?
Oh, he's just going to try and pull my heart out of my chest.
Oh, the lich.
Dein, Herz.
Fail.
What are we suddenly interested?
Gunny magic.
Does resurrection work if you've had your heart pulled out of your chest?
Well,
I've got lots of magic.
We're not there yet. It's not as bad as it seems.
Yes, it is.
Where we left things. So you recovered some chests from the lair of
Don't mention the word
Nakar.
chest.
And in one of the chests was a purse that seems to turn like one coin into several. But
I got that, didn't I?
I think Scaly got that.
No, I'm sure I got it.
It seemed to have a fragment or a portion of a spirit within it. That the failures, those that failed the save after seeing a vision of Rabadabadas, when you were teleporting, you had been compelled to follow a particular path. That path led to this purse. Scaly won the purse, I think, in a protracted, as usual, customary magic item argument.
Scaly's got the purse.
And seems to have been invested with this portion of a spirit. You have a suspicion that it is a part of the spirit of Rabadabadas. He now rolls all wisdom and intelligence checks at advantage. It seems to have been invested by the part of the spirit that is concerned with scholarly pursuits.
And the other two parts are on top of the spire and the chili lake.
That's right. One of them is on the top of this mesa, which you have flown up to, and there is a building, a squat keep fortress type building. Sessions has gone on a bit of a circumnavigation looking through the windows and has seen, to be honest, not very much. A couple of peripheral chambers with doors that seem to lead further in, but deserted, abandoned, empty, whatever. There's a courtyard at the front, which is protected by twin portcullises. In that courtyard are roaming these warped hydra creatures. They've got extra giant beaked maws within their normal kind of spindly mouth prongs. And they've got nasty looking
prongs.
Spiky tail prongs. The rest of you were just fucking about moving your figures around, but in the end decided to settle on Burple, having a bit of a look in the space between the portcullises to see what was afoot. And when he did so, this entity appeared, spouted a whole lot of stuff about academic papers about adventurers and heroes not being able to understand their own deeds and their own ambitions or whatever, and then raised its hand, fixed its jeweled blue eyes upon Burple, at which point Burple feels a twitch, a kind of wrench within his rib cage.
Oh dear.
And this entity says, "Give me a Dein Herz! Give me your heart!" And you got to make a save against Thoth Amun's organ request.
That is an Arden Grimoire thing, isn't it?
I think it's Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beasts. Oh, interesting.
I read the original text of the original spell in Beauty and the Beasts, and to say that it is vague would be an understatement. Those are the days, eh? The amount of interpretation that we must have applied to those old spell texts and stuff.
That's fun.
Yeah, fun. But you can see why we had so many arguments. We don't argue at all now about rules, do we? Right, burps.
No, of course
this
not.
thing, you need to make a saving throw. You need to make a constitution save.
No.
The DC, I'm not going to lie, is a little intimidating. It's 22. Oof.
Really want to make that save?
Okay.
Would you like to have a fleeting thought flash across your mind just before you resolve your appointment with Destiny?
Yes.
Give me an Arcana check. Let's just break things down a little.
Maybe it's an illusion.
Arcana check.
Oh, fellow. No, there's the 20 wasted.
No, you asked me for. You said give me a. You said give me a save, so there's my save, and there's the Arcana check.
Okay. Nicely done.
Yeah, thank you.
Very, very smooth. That was a
I said, would you like to briefly have a thought go across
dodgy.
your mind just before you settle
Johnny,
your appointment with Destiny? And you said
I'd already
yes.
rolled the dice,
And you said
I couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop it.
Okay.
Johnny,
Oh, well.
look and learn, mate. Look and learn.
Yeah. Okay, so you made the save. And with a 12 on your Arcana, you don't get a sufficient number to work out the thing that I was going to tell you. Okay. Other way round, who knows what? Extraordinary wisdom.
I would have been able to, yes, but I would have dead. Yeah, I would have been dead, but I'd anyway.
What I would have said is that, first of all, the save was going to be made at advantage, but it doesn't matter because you rolled so high on the first one.
Right.
Why is it made at advantage? Why is the DC so high? Maybe that's what the Arcana check was all about. Let's have initiative.
Okay, why are we here again?
Rabadabadas.
To kill him.
Yeah, we're here to kill him to help the incredibly annoying minor goddess, and then she's going to give us information and help us fix the orrery. Something like that, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
And also the Rabadabadas bits are in this complex, aren't they?
Do you know?
No.
Oh god, they're really bad rolls.
Burp, what'd you get?
18.
Parker?
16.
16. Bugraft?
12.
Sessions?
10.
Okay, and on 10, Scaly's got 9. Okay, off we go with Burple on 18. What do you want to do?
I will say that's not very nice. Probably hit him with a spell, I think.
Give him a taste of his own medicine.
He's going to have a phylactery, right, somewhere, right?
Right.
Maybe not.
Well, I'm
thinking a lichy thing.
If he's a proper lich, I could time stop and go and get it. But I won't do that. It's too early and it'll go wrong. I don't know where it is.
That's cool. Do that.
Yeah, but I'd then have to get in. I don't know what you can do with time stop. I don't know.
It wasn't very nice, but you are interrupting my work.
Well, we're going to permanently interrupt your work now that you tried that.
Transforming species!
I shall cast a fireball. It's kind of all I've got, really. It's a bit wussy. But I shall do that. I shall cast a... Well, I'm just counting squares at the moment.
Oh, it's exciting.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I can almost get all of them, but not quite. I think I'll do a 5th level fireball. I'm going to step 5 feet to the south.
Opening up more of an angle so you can see the courtyard properly.
So I can see where I need to... Yeah, so I want to target that junction there.
With the hope of getting the 2 Hydra
the 2
you can
Hydra
see and maybe...
and that lich.
And the scary
In
person.
fact, I could do it. I'll do it closer to the lich, just in case there's some weirdness.
Actually, on the portcullises. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, sort of in between the bars there.
Right.
So it's 10d6, DC 18 dexterity save.
Let's start with the 2 Hydra. Green Hydra saves with a 15.
Oh, get out of town.
They're probably immune to fire. They're Hydra, are they?
Hydra is water.
And they breathe fire, don't they?
And the pink Hydra rolls a 12, also saves.
Sigh.
So 38.
38, save to half.
And then the personage vanishes. Is engulfed with flame.
Yeah.
And as the flames recede, there's nothing there.
Right.
What does that mean? Is a projected image? Simulacrum?
He's got a legendary reaction.
Who knows? The Hydra seem to be damaged by your spell.
Good.
Again, I'm afraid at this level, these giant hit point tanks, but...
Understood. Anyway, that's my round. Then I move back.
Duck back round so you can't be seen.
Yes. Well, so that
on
I'm
60,
also
Parker.
In amongst everybody else.
Parker, we've placed your mini just in the kind of top right-hand corner of our map. The northeastern corner of our map. It's sort of figurative, but let's work from there.
Are we...
Yes, you are we.
Piling in?
Yes.
Kind of, except there's a portcullis in between us and them.
Oh, is there?
These things here...
Pinch's bridge of nose.
Is it raised? I mean, the skeleton came out.
No.
No, it's not raised.
No, it just appeared in between them.
He just stood.
And now it's disappeared.
Yeah. So
and now
so
he's gone.
Sessions has been making his way around the structure to try and see what else is going on.
You think there are some arrow slits overlooking the courtyard? I've marked them on the map. But there are 2 windows on the far side of the structure from you. A tradesman's entrance, something that Johnny would know all about.
How high was the tower again?
It's a squat fortress. I don't think anything's much higher than about 10 to 20 feet.
Okay.
It's not really a tower so much as a sort of main chamber.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to cast Longstrider, and then I'm going to go towards where the arrow slits are, and then just before the arrow slit, and then I'm going to go up the wall to the top.
Okay, that's more of a window than an arrow slit, but yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm going to go up to the top of the tower, onto the roof.
Now,
what do I see?
Something that we didn't cover in the recap was how slippery and difficult the surface of this thing looked.
Don't think it matters for me.
Can you give me an acrobatics check if you want to stand on the structure?
Is this difficult ground? Difficult terrain?
No, it's just very slippery. It's curved and slippery.
Right. Even though vertical surfaces don't cause me any issues.
I don't know. Do ice rinks cause you issues?
I don't think so. I mean, I can...
Really? Where does it say that you wouldn't slip over on an ice rink?
Because... Wait a minute, where's
the text? Is it the
where's the
equivalent of a permanent
thing?
freedom of movement kind of thing?
Hang on. You can move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move.
But what about grease spells? Are you immune to the grease
I don't know,
spell?
but so you're saying it's a grease spell? Because, I mean, if it's, like, you're saying it's
No, I'm not
liquid,
saying,
it's ice. I mean, like, you know, as in...
The smooth and
thin
rounded
film of-
roofs are slippery to stand on, requiring a DC redacted acrobatics check to remain standing. That's what it says. And I don't think anything in your super monkey power stops you slipping over on the ice or on a grease spell if it was a magically created slippery
Right,
surface.
acrobatics check, did you say?
Yeah, it's not a difficult acrobatics check, but
So I go
you've
all
got to
the way
stand
up
on
to
principle.
the top and getting a 6.
Okay, so you walk up the vertical surface,
Yeah.
and as you try and right yourself up onto the road, your feet are just like... Your knees go all bendy and buckle, your feet slip all over the place, and you fall over.
Right.
Give me another acrobatics check with the same DC, not to fall off the edge of the building.
8.
No. So you fall onto
slip
the
down
ground
onto the
on
ground.
your arse. Yeah,
Okay, what did I see while I was up there?
nothing. It's pretty boring. I think I described it as like a sort of Tatooine-like architecture.
Yeah, but there
so it's
weren't
all
any. But
domes
there weren't
and
any like
curves.
entrances,
No,
chimneys.
no entrances or
Skylights.
No, nothing like that. No.
Okay.
Keep coming up with new ways of getting into buildings. Velux windows. No,
Okay.
nothing. On 12, it's Uncle Buggy.
I'm not sure what to do. I can't work this thing out. There's no obvious way in.
Over the wall?
How high is the wall?
It's about 10 feet where you are.
Only 10 feet.
Yep.
But slippery.
Yes. It's curved at the top, and it looks slippery and difficult to get purchase on. Deliberately constructed to be so.
Well, I could do a kind of first level thing and bang in an iron spike. Or I could
Yep.
do a stone shape on this bit of wall here. 5 foot.
I'm very sorry, I made a mistake. They're 15 feet high.
Okay. I think I might move up to this bit of entranceway that's the stone
If you're
that's
going to
holding a
stone
bit
shape,
of a wall. Hmm?
wouldn't it be better to do it where an arrow slit is and you could make a bigger hole?
Yes. Okay. I'll go up to where Parker is.
Yeah, lying on the ground, looking
And I'll
embarrassed.
stone shape around this window. And presumably that means I can get into that room that I looking
It does
onto.
mean you can get into that room. Yes,
It does. Okay. That's a good suggestion.
it does.
Great.
Yes.
That's what I'll do. That's my go. So we've got a hole there. Oh, I can probably keep moving, actually. No, I'll stay there. That's my
Okay.
go. Fast and efficient.
Yeah, it's going to draw on the map a little widening of that aperture. Happy with that?
Yeah,
If not,
and just like to
tough.
point out that I have Death Ward as per normal and freedom of movement as
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah. Sessions on 10.
15-foot high walls, and the building is how tall?
It's all 15 feet. I think that the walls are curved.
Oh, it's a
at the
single
top.
story. Okay. And the Hydra, they don't have wings, yeah?
They don't have wings.
Okay.
Got little jetpacks.
Little jetpacks. Okay, so I'm going to fly up to the lowest height at which I can see where
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
Hydras
understand.
are,
Yeah, like somebody's using a drone.
and then start to edge my way across north towards where the others are, but keeping an eye on the Hydras, I can signal.
So you're
if-
flying over the building, over the roof of the building, keeping an eye on the Hydras.
Yep.
Why don't you move your mini to sort of give us a representation of where that might be?
about there.
Okay. Halfway
Yeah. Well,
south to north above the building.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to put your mini just to one side so that you can see where it is placed, but we know where it is.
Yep.
Okay. Next.
Well, before you go, Mike, maybe as a bit of dessert trolley,
Yeah.
I'd like to invoke the crushing coin.
Yes.
Right,
we
just
can
next
do
to
that.
me for now. But I might as well use my action to do something.
Yep. There is a coin. I'm going to place it
Oh, yeah.
also on 10, this strange personage into existence just near you, Uncle Buggy.
Oh, great.
It looks angry. It says, "How very antisocial of you to compromise the security and the architectural integrity of my dwelling, where I carry out my important work, adapting the species into the most amazing creations.
Find a way in, could I?
It reminds me of a study I read recently in the Review of Social Sciences from the Institute in the city of Brass. Small stature, big attitude, analyzing the social dynamics and the rudeness of halfling communities. For this you must die." And it raises its hand, and it says, raises its hand, and it says, "Give me the Dein, Herz."
Give you what?
You haven't got time to worry about that. Sessions, do you want to give me an Arcana check? You can see this thing up here.
Yeah, I will definitely attempt an Arcana
You know
check.
what, Buggy, Parker, lying flat on your ass, you can all give me an Arcana check.
4.
4 from
16.
Sessions. Ooh, a 16 is very good. Well, you don't know how you remember this, why you remember this, but this thing is wearing a distinctive-looking black robe traced with silver runes. And you think it is a robe of the Archmagi. You have heard of such an article. Can you give me a Constitution save, DC 22, but you're rolling at advantage?
And I really, really want to make this save.
Well, if you fail the save, you feel that your heart will leap forth from your chest, immediately
Correct.
ending your life. So yes,
God.
you can feel
These
the organ
kind of
itself
Try
try to jump like a salmon.
on the druid table.
Play him as a
God.
badger.
Oh,
You got no chance.
do I
You're gonna
warm
do
the
it.
dice up, or do I
Got
just
an
make
Ort
the
dice. Basically, you're going to get 3 goes. What's your Constitution save?
plus
5.
10?
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
So you need a 12. You've got 2 goes at a 12, and then another go at a 12 with an Ort dice if you fail. So
There's no way you're not getting
You're going to
this.
make this. Okay, you didn't make it.
It
the
rolled
first
off a
time.
15.
Fine.
It rolled
Yeah,
off
it
a
rolled off a
15.
15.
You
Yeah,
got-
yeah.
Yeah,
Your
that's
next
helpful.
roll.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know now whether I should get a few bad dice rolls out.
No.
No.
No, I'm going to go for it.
No.
I'm going to go for it.
You're going to go for it.
Oh. Maybe you should try
Seriously.
now. Get some bad dice
I'll
rolls
get some
out.
bad dice rolls
You're
out.
doomed.
You want to use your Ort dice? I mean, if you don't, then
You're
it's
doomed.
bye-bye hearty-warty.
Do I lose? I've got Death Ward. Is that going to help? First time a target would drop to 0 hit points as a result of taking damage. The target instead drops to 1. If the spell is in effect when the target is subjected to an effect that would kill it instantly without dealing damage, the effect is negated against the target and the spell ends. Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, that sounds very good
I
to
think
me.
that would actually... I'm going to use my Ort anyway. But nice
You're
to
gonna
know
use-
I've got that spell,
Really?
which I've been casting every single session the last 3 years and never used it. Now it's actually going to be
You're going to use
useful.
your Ort.
I'm going to use my Urt.
Okay.
So this is
You're
the
Even
gonna
though
roll.
you've got Death Ward running.
Well, what else am I going to use my Urt for? The thing
Well, it
is, the
depends.
spell ends. So I'm going to use my Urt. I'm just going to practice a few dice rolls.
Yeah.
So ignore these.
Never done
Okay.
it before, you see. He's never rolled a dice before.
11, you see.
Okay, 11
So
would have been a fail.
Yeah,
So,
would have
well,
been a fail.
it would have been a save because you can remember you got the
That
D10 to go
19,
on top of
19
it.
not very good.
And 90 would have been a save.
That's 8,
8
no
probably
good.
would have been a
Basically a
save.
No good.
10 probably a save.
2's no
2.
good.
2 is
Yeah.
probably a fail.
Right.
7.
No, still a bit
Okay.
low.
Okay, is this
or
it?
more.
Okay, another one. Okay, 7, another 7.
Good call.
Not helping.
Right.
Twist
this
or
is it.
stick. This is it. This is the one.
This is a 1.
A
You can
one,
re-roll it.
but I'm a
You can
hobbit.
re-roll it.
But that kind of makes me feel I haven't got all the bad dice rolls out yet.
Yeah, so you better a few more
So-
practice
Shall we
rolls.
get the carry on?
This is it. This is the roll.
I've got work tomorrow. Okay.
Oh,
Another
no.
one.
I only get to roll one, re-roll once with the Hobbit.
You tell me.
Lucky. When you roll a 1 on a d20 for an attack roll, ability check or saving throw, you can re-roll that die and must use the new roll.
Yeah, okay, 1. That's a fail.
It's
a fail.
not just a fail, though. It's a critical fail.
Which means this invalidates your spell.
Catastrophe.
Yeah.
There's always a fail,
You
isn't it?
accidentally stop concentrating
Yeah.
on your Death Ward.
So I don't get an Ort roll with the 1, do I? I mean, it's an automatic fail.
We haven't hit this situation before.
One's
It doesn't matter
always
because if
fail.
you get 11 is the
One's
maximum you can
always
get. So luckily, we don't have to worry about it. Your Death Ward kicks in and you are preserved, but it is over.
Yeah.
This thing goes, I don't believe it!
I
What
say,
enchantment is this?
I am immune to your necromantic
You are
spells.
immune? Your
Now would you
syntax
like
is
to say
foggy.
hello to my axe?
Hello, Axe.
Yeah, come a bit closer to my axe and come and say hello.
Mr. Axe here. On 9, it's Scaly O'Toole. Scaly, you can hear a seemingly demented conversation taking place off to your west.
Yeah. Do I want to get involved? What I was thinking is...
You're a paladin. Do I want to get involved?
It's not a heroic paladin.
Do you want to get involved, Scaly? What do you want to do?
What I want to do... He's going to... I can't get to him.
He's going to...
He's going
He's
to...
I've got my
undead.
25.
You're a paladin.
Yeah, I know.
No, but I never would have.
Yeah, but I never would have...
I never would have.
Yeah, but no, but...
Yeah, but
Yeah,
never.
but I
Okay.
never would have...
I'm going to move there, and then 5, 10, 15, 20.
Queuing up behind Parker and Buggy with this thing on the other side.
Yeah, but I can't get to him
Yes.
and attack. I'm going to get near
No.
him, and I'm going
Yes.
to do my vow of enmity. Enmity.
Yeah.
Enmity.
Enmity.
Quick question. Lay of hands.
Yeah.
Lay on hands.
Lay on hands.
Lay of hands.
Yeah.
Lay on hands.
Leon Hams.
It's not the case that when you lay on hands on an undead that it damages them, is it? Doesn't say that, but I had in my...
Well, if it doesn't say it, then I'm going to say no. Because
That
there is
is
a...
normally how it works, though. Yes.
I just remember that it used to be the case of...
hit the books.
Well,
Tell
I'm
me.
not sure it
find
doesn't.
But, you know, it's your responsibility to know your character.
right, so that's a
What are the
vowel
chances?
thingy is a bonus action, so I've still got an action to go, and I just don't know what to do with it. Because he popped up, I was going to do something else, and he popped up, and I was just like, fuck. I don't want to go and stand next to him and then do nothing, so... Yeah, no, that'll...
Does he appear to cast a spell?
Well, he appears to extend his hand in the direction of his intended person and shout a phrase in German.
Sounds like a spell to
Not
me.
that that's a language that fits into your cultural context sessions, but for the purposes of, you know, comedy lichness.
All right. Can I
Yeah.
use my final action to do a readied action?
Yes.
Yes, because I've got an action. I'm going to ready an action. I'm going to ready an action to... If he does...
This is
a
brilliant
spell-
because you
oh,
can't
God.
work out what to do with your round,
I
and
know.
now you're going to have to work out what to do with a round that you haven't yet had.
Yes, exactly. I've got the ability to do Cleansing Touch, which ends
Right.
a spell on me or a willing creature. So I'd
Yes.
like to ready to move up to...
You can't ready the move as well. You've already used the move. All you can do is ready an action. You can ready a move, but you can't ready a move and an action.
Ready a move and an
Yeah.
action.
No. How much of your move have you used?
One. I've used a single move, so it leaves... I've used my
Oh, all
bonus.
the way to there. You haven't got any. You haven't got any spare squares.
I haven't got any spare... I can do a
So
move...
you can't go and stand between Buggy and
Actually,
Parker.
no. Actually, yeah, I could do that. I could go move between them, but I can't then ready. I think I'm just going to stay there where I was.
Right. So you're gonna. Yeah.
And I've-
okay. So nothing.
And I've done a vow of enmity against
Yeah.
him.
So nothing. So nothing. Right. Okay. Fine. On 6,
Cruel.
it's the Hydra. The Hydra. They hiss. Their 24 heads growl. Actually, there are 27 mouths. 27 mouths make horrible noises, and there's some jumping about, but they really are powerless to do anything. Top of the new round on 18, it's Burpity Herpish.
Burple is going to moo.
Is he?
He's going to moo. Yeah, he's going to moo.
Like a cow. Yeah. And I thought Paul's round was bad.
Burple is going to move with a V round, poke his head round the side
Yeah.
of the thing. He's going to cast Mordenkainen's sword on the
The
middle
Hydra
Hydra.
moved up a little bit towards the portcullis, but to no particular effect. You want a Mordenkainen sword?
Yes, please.
This I have.
And I shall strike the middle one avec l'épée.
Avec
Le sabre. Hitting armor class 19.
is exactly what you need.
They're armor class 19.
Okay, so how much damage?
17.
17 points of damage. That means that a head dies.
Okay.
I'm going to have to keep a note of how many heads it's got. That's annoying. It's got 7 normal heads and the weird beaky mouth and the tail now.
Okay.
On 16, lying on his arse, if it is a real Parker, it's Parker.
Well, get up.
Yes, dust yourself
Stand
And
down.
I'll go back up again, but not
Yeah.
onto the roof
That-
this time, but through the window.
Through the aperture that Buggy has opened up.
Yeah.
You've got
Yes.
2 doors in front of you.
Yeah.
They look like standard, boring stone doors.
Don't we want to try and engage this thing that's going to keep appearing and casting horrible spells at us?
Nah.
Yes.
Aren't the Hydras just a waste of time? They can't get out of where they are.
I will.
I can just leave it running. And I suspect that basically we get it down, it will then
You're
just
my
hightail it out of there.
favourite waste
Maybe.
of
I think if we
time.
commit, to
Yeah.
melee it, we can stop it leaving.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Well, I'll run up and cast my anti-magic shell. Won't be able to leave.
Okay.
Nice.
But then everyone will be,
I
attacking
can make my way
kind
around.
of normally, but surely we...
In fact, I've got a move left, so I will use it.
All right. Well, I will go up and
Even
try
more
and.
interesting, you might technically be able to
stun
be
it.
outside it.
Stun.
The anti-magic shell.
Yeah, it's like 10 foot, isn't it? So
Okay.
you'd be swinging potentially into it. I don't know.
Right. Okay. I've changed my mind. I'm
Yeah.
going to go up to it. I'm going to attack it.
It recoils. It says, "What is this, you giant creature?"
Hitting armor class 21.
Armor class 21 is a hit, Parker.
Excellent.
And
so that's
as your staff swipes through it, it disappears. It's like you burst a soap bubble.
It's
So-
a projected
didn't take any
image.
damage.
Well, you don't know about taking any damage, but the moment
Okay.
your staff makes contact,
Yeah.
there's just nothing there.
Mm.
Now, if I was feeling
Alright.
theatrical,
Well,
you'd
that's
hear
it.
laughter now around you,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you don't. Anything else you want to do, Parker? You've still got
Well, I
more
think-
attacks, still got more movement
Well,
potentially.
Take another swing at where it was.
Sure.
Does that have any value? Let's see. So I potentially hit armor class 21 again. If it
I'm
was
afraid
still
you're
there.
just swinging at empty air.
Okay. Right. Well, then I will continue my movement.
Mm-hmm.
I will go up to the door this time.
Because you've got 2 doors. You've got a door heading south,
Yeah.
and you've got a door heading east. The door heading
Yeah,
east
well,
looks
that's
like it's
my end of my
likely
turn to move there.
Okay, that's it. It's all done. All right. The doors look like very solid stone doors.
Right. Sessions, is your anti-magic shell immovable?
It's centered on me,
Ah, right.
I believe.
Because the problem will be is if it appears and then we have a go and then we discover that it's not him, it's just this projected image. We need to, make the anti-magic shell effective.
Well, on 12, it's Uncle Buggy.
Right, well, I'm doing another death ward on myself because I'm not taking any risks. And then I'm moving up to the stone door to the south.
Mm-hmm.
I am interacting on an object and attempting to open it.
It doesn't budge.
How strong does it look?
It looks like a very solid stone door. Give me an Arcana check.
12.
You don't know the specific enchantment or spell or whatever, but it feels like it's magically reinforced.
A wizard lock. Am I correct?
Arcane lock.
I mean,
Arcane
Yeah,
lock.
I mean,
Sorry,
no,
wizard lock is
but-
first edition D&D.
yeah.
Arcane lock.
Well, maybe. You don't know.
Hmm.
Something.
Do the walls look enchanted? A bit like the...
No.
I have
just
to
look
stone
like
shape
walls.
another hole then.
It looks like they're maybe magically sculpted out of marble, but they themselves don't seem to be inherently magical.
Alright, well that's my go. Fast and efficient.
On 10, floating above the building, it is Little Seshy Boy.
Okay, I'm going to float down to the ground to the north of the building over
Yep,
here.
got it.
I will move my little mini.
Move your mini.
I'm going to land and I'm going to cast anti-magic shell on myself.
Tell me about that spell, because although I have used it, I can't remember.
Tell me about it. A 10-foot invisible sphere of anti-magic surrounds you. The area is divorced from magical energy.
Yes.
Targeted magic spells and effects can't affect you. Areas of magic and other spells, magic effects such as fireball cannot extend into
Yeah,
spells.
fine.
Yeah,
And spells are suppressed.
spells are suppressed. Well, I can't concentrate on 2 spells,
Yeah.
so the crushing coin disappears. And I'm using my little legs.
Yeah.
Magic
So
item
that's a 10 foot.
properties are suppressed.
You're walking, Graham.
I'm experimenting with that.
Waddling.
Yeah. Well, the save
been
on
a
this
while.
spell that it keeps casting is terrifying for me. So
What's your Constitution save?
it's about half yours, plus 6 or something. So I
Okay.
don't
Well, do you want to know what mine is? 4.
come and stand
Plus
next
4.
to me.
Yeah. Well, I've survived it once.
On 10 is this thing.
Oh, God. What are we going to do? It's just going to keep doing this every round,
It
isn't it?
appears next to Uncle Buggy and Parker in the room that you're occupying. It says, "This is most irregular.
I am immune to your spells. Do you recall?
I am very unhappy about your actions.
Actions.
Why is it that you people are so antisocial? Why are you such vagabonds and barbarians? Why can you not apply the principles of science to your activities? I do not understand. Now, I ask a simple thing, which is that you either perform a service for me, or you leave this place, or I shall destroy you. You have been fortunate so far, but you
What
cannot
service
resist me.
would you have us do?
And now, there is a particular individual I have taken a severe dislike to.
Zolchin, by any chance?
You know her?
Yep.
We can see why you're irritated by her.
Yes, Zulchin. What I would like you to do is to travel to her. Well, she calls it a kind of live workspace. It drives me crazy. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you were to travel there, seize her and return her to me alive. Mind you, alive. Otherwise, she is of no use to my experiments. Then perhaps if we can come to some arrangement. I'm not sure what it is you seek of me.
We're not
Perhaps
sure
I
what we
can reward
seek from you
I do not
either.
destroy you, for example.
Yes, we are.
What are we trying to get here again?
Well, this is
I have.
ever so typical.
Something to do with the
ever
rabbit-dabbit.
so typical.
I'm not
Why
there.
is
But
it always the problem with adventurers?
I'm not there. I'm not going to meta play this.
Reminds me of a piece of research. A paper I read recently. The Ephemeral Quest, an exploration of memory gaps in the narratives of fantasy adventurers.
When?
You seem to be displaying all of the characteristics as evidenced in that paper. Peer reviewed.
Did you experiment on the
reviewed.
Rabadabadas?
He looks around. Where did that voice come from?
Down here.
Yes. He kind of leans right over like a giraffe taking a drink at a watering hole.
Does he really want to get that close to me?
Doesn't look like he can smell you. But then he hasn't got a nose.
How does he smell?
Terrible. My wife went to Jamaica. It's the fading of heroes. Investigating the psychological and narrative causes of memory erosion in fantasy adventurers. This is another paper I have read recently.
Yes, I can see why you don't get on with
Peer
Zolchin.
reviewed. Fair, she is very different to me, but her very nature makes her a perfect subject for my prime achievement, my great experiment, using the substance of proto-life. Yes, bring her to me alive.
Perhaps you can show
And,
us some of
we
your
can-
experiments in this chamber beyond. And we'll think,
No.
think about your
No.
offer.
There is no need to scrutinize my work in that way. You would not understand it. Also, you need to wear the hairnet and the white coat and the overshoes. Right? Because it is a clean environment where I do my proto-life experiments. Now, anyway, do you agree to my bargain? No.
Well, I'm not there.
He's used his turn up. He's not going to have time to take your heart. On 9, it is Scaly O'Toole.
Skeletal.
This thing is just still craning over Buggy, studying him.
Skeletal is going to go up to the stone-shaped window and go, did I hear that correctly? You want us to go and get that annoying person
Zulchin, yeah.
and bring her here,
Yeah.
in return for which you'd be willing to give us something we know that you hold.
It peers at you through this aperture. You are a very interesting organism. Maybe. Instead, I could take you as a subject of No. Zulchin is the only one. That will be the pinnacle of achievements. Still, when I'm finished with her, if your companions are amenable, I may take you as well.
Yeah,
and
no problem with that.
expose
That's fine
you
by me.
to
I have
proto-life.
I don't think they'd take too much persuasion. Do you know Rebadabadas?
Of the Rubber-Dobber-Dob, is this correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Very interesting entity.
So,
There has been talks, there has been chatter here in this little community of ours about this guy, Rabadabadas. Just personality research is his thing, yeah?
Yeah. And do you possess anything that might contain anything of him?
Ooh, hold up. Give me an insight check.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, you can do that, Parks. If it is the real
18.
Parks. Okay. He didn't think so, but he does now. You detect a twinkle in that gem-like eye of his.
We have given it away.
Well, I do not know of anything of this type, but maybe it's something that we could explore if you were to bring Zorchin before me, so that she could become part of the pinnacle of my achievements.
Okay.
So here's the thing, and I'm going to be straight with you.
Oh, yeah.
Zolchin wants us to get rid of you because she thinks you're stalking him. Her, it, whatever, they, yeah, the goddess, whatever she is.
Yeah.
She offered to fix our orrery.
Yes.
This is a scientific instrument, yeah?
So what's your offer?
First of all,
Can you fix
I did
the
not
orrery?
think, to be honest, that I had a bargaining chip to be working with apart from your survivor. But now it seems that maybe I own something that you wish to possess. So that, whatever it is, I'll find out what it is, don't you worry. And then, of course, your continued survivor. There is no way you can hide from me.
Is he within Sessions' anti-magic shell?
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say, unless Sessions takes a 5-foot step south. So maybe we keep him talking.
Yes.
You have the attitude of somebody who does not know with whom they are dealing. That is my determination. On 6.
So do we think the real
It is
lich is somewhere else and it's a
the
projected
Hydra
image?
who
Might be.
screech and bounce about. On 18, it's Burple.
Keep him talking.
Why?
Because we
Well,
want
I think-
Sessions to...
Sessions to take a 5-foot step south. To contain him within the
Although this
anti-magic
is
shell.
certainly not him.
Yeah.
So when Sessions moves up, then he would
Blink out.
disappear.
Well, it'll be a way of finding
Blink
that
out.
out for sure.
Yeah.
Can I just clarify the situation? Those things are doors?
Yeah. Heavy-looking, solid stone doors that Uncle Buggy thinks are reinforced by some kind of magical enchantment.
Okay, well, I'm going to move closer. 3, 4, 5,
Okay.
6,
Move your body
7, to there.
Sorry.
Great.
Very distracted.
I'm going to cast
He's
True
right up next to me.
Sight.
Right up.
True Sight.
True Seeing.
When you cast True Sight, this entity is not really there.
It's a projected image.
I will announce this to the rest of the party. And I'm going to have a welly
With the
unless
morning
has the Hydra moved.
No, it hasn't. Welly away.
I shall welly away in that case. One moment, please. Hitting armor class 22.
Is a hit on that creature.
15 point of damage on that same
Okay.
Hydra.
Hydrangea.
And that is my round.
On 16, if it is the real Parker, it's Parker. You're standing right next to this entity. Your colleague says that I'm illusory, but I don't appear to be illusory, do I?
I
appear to be
will
completely normal.
carry on talking to him, saying, so what can you do? Can you fix this orrery? And while I'm doing so, I will open the door to the south of me.
Give me a strength athletics check. I mean, you're going to try and force the door, I'm assuming.
17.
17's not enough. So you
Okay.
press your weight against that door,
Yeah.
and you think that it must be similarly magically reinforced. On 12, it's Uncle
Jolly
Buggy.
Bin juice bug roll.
Right, I've run out of stone shapes, which are 4th level spells. Not sure what to do. Could try and open the door.
If you wait till I step into the room, probably suppress the magic on the doors.
I
That's
lose
another
around.
very, very good idea. We'll do something
Ready
else
in
then.
action.
Yeah.
Ready in action to open the door when Sessions comes into the room. That's what I do.
On 10, it's Sessions. Okay.
I will step into the room. If I move
Step into the room.
step into the room.
Everybody's going to
Forever and
Well, if I move
ever.
into this square, just north of.
Yeah, so you cram in. Okay, so when you cram into the chamber like that, the entity disappears.
Yeah.
The moment that your
Yeah, as I come
magic
in,
or
I
what's
presume.
it interacts with it. Yeah. Buggy Parker, so far as you can tell, the magic of the door enchantment is suppressed. Buggy, do you want to trigger your readied action?
Yes, my ready action. I will open the door.
The door swings gently open and reveals a chamber beyond that I shall reveal to you.
With an ancient lich in it.
It is a large chamber that seems to span north to south the main body of the interior of the building. It's some kind of lab. There are shelves slightly haphazardly spread around the chamber, pushed up against the wall. They're not fitted. They're just like units. Old kind of recovered bits of scrappy wood and furniture and stuff. Covered in bottles and bits and bobs. There are some bottles on these shelves that are glowing with a weird kind of greenish hue that seem to predominate amongst all of the other bits and bobs of stuff. They seem to be rather
They got
uniform.
worms in them.
No, it's not that kind of green.
So I didn't understand. It's green liquid, but you can't see what's in it.
It is a green glowing substance. There's nothing in it.
Right, but it's not... Oh, okay. Right, it's just bottles
Like
of
radioactive-
green. Yeah. And how big are these receptacles?
Think old school milk bottles.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Right. And how many again?
More than
Not
10.
precisely. Doesn't matter. 10. 10. Fine. 10 is good enough.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
How many
Alright.
milliliters in
It's
each?
not relevant. Precisely.
Yeah,
I
milliliters.
prefer to do it in
pints.
cups.
Oh, not cups.
About a pint in each.
Are they stoppered with anything, cork or a wax seal or
They've got a little glass stopper.
glass stoppers? I see. Interesting.
In the centre of the chamber, you see the entity.
Dum dum dum.
Your friend the lich. But it is standing next to something that dominates the entire space. It is a cylinder that's about 10 feet in diameter that reaches all the way to the 15-foot ceiling above, and within it, blood, flesh, eyes, mouths, and less identifiable organs churn and swirl in a vortex of organic colour. That tower of power stuff, Scaly, that is where your feet are leading you. That is the thing that you're after, the other part of the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff seems to whirl. The figure of this creature, you presume to be Thessalar the Lich. If you've been dealing with some kind of projection or some kind of figment before, this doesn't look like a figment. It spins round and it says, "You!"
Hello.
Extends a finger to Bugraft.
My name is Buggy.
And we will find out what's in this strange cylinder of
It's a
goop.
rabbit
And
Is
whatever
that it's
horrible
phylactery?
nastiness the real Thessalar the Lich can wreak upon you when we pick things up next week. Cock.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. Into the Wormcrawl Fisher and Age of Worms are copyright Wizards of the Coast. Into the Wormcrawl Fisher was written by James Jacobs. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!